for the location. That's where they're gonna stay. Damn, I didn't know it was that dumb. That damn bad. And this thing better not flip. Dude, okay. And this is why trading view. This is unnecessarily. Yeah, I think we just probably see like a bounce like right here. Probably at 28. Probably. Just go back up into this range right here. I just go back up into that range. And we'll just probably come back up into this range right here. Mm. Mm. I guess I'm about to watch that video again. Hey, what's up, Ivan? Huh. That's so interesting. This is interesting. I mean, obviously, You can actually see the trap buyers underneath, or the trap sellers underneath this candle. You can actually see them. I'm gonna start looking at these footprint charts too, because all I want is something just to confirm my bias. That's it. And once I really understand how to use these footprint charts, because it's like, if I'm going to focus on the ES mostly, just knowing when and where to get in and get out, I believe will definitely be valuable information. And I'll probably have this set up over the weekend. Probably watch that video again. And like truly, I'll make it I'll dedicate my weekend to understand footprint charts, so we can really understand this part of the price action. And I like on my price action, my technical analysis is already good, but just to have the confirmation on top of that, and then be able to trade size on the ES, have an 8 point target, 8, 9 point target, probably even more, with some size, like a 10 lot, 10 mini contracts trading on the ES, a 10 lot, a 15 lot, 8 points. That's 6K in a move. And you can easily get that on the ES. And I think that's how you're supposed to trade the ES anyway. Is to just have big size to catch big, smaller moves versus trying to catch the whole thing. You got this nice bear trap right here. Like they really trapped the bears under. Like this is so interesting how this bear, like you can really see the bear trap right here. You can really see the bear trap right here. This is very interesting to have this type of data. Let me make sure. Like, look at this bear trap right here. Look at them trying to get short underneath that low. Look at these trap sellers right here. Look at those trap sellers right there. And now they have to buy themselves out of this position. Huh. That is so interesting. That is interesting. But I'll have this color coded. I will have this. I will have a better understanding of this come Monday, come next week, because we're going to go full force with ES next week, with using the Nasdaq as just additional profits. Because if you're going long on the ES, you might as well go long on the Nasdaq as well. The Nasdaq, for whatever reason, missed this. Like, man, I missed this target by 2 points, literally. I mean, I'm glad I got filled in this position originally here, but I did have a obviously a follow up, and I wasn't in front of my desk when this order got filled. So I'm also in this ES long in my funded account. So I mean, I caught the bottom on the ES and I caught the bottom on the Nasdaq. Hopefully we can get this $600 target. Hopefully we can get a move all the way back up to like 39. I will see. I'm gonna let this run overnight. He said footprint plus the book map equals market maker. Yeah. You do 5-10 lots on 10-second chart sometimes. Mm. How's that been working for you, Ivan? It does seem like, obviously since we're day traders, the smaller time frames are more valuable, but how are you liking that? I know you said that you traded it on the Nasdaq. I didn't know you traded also on the ES as well. You said S&P 500. Yeah. If you're talking about the ES and not the XBX, then yes, that's exactly what this is. It's the ES. I have an open position. Uh, Smith. Yeah, I have an open position right now in both the Nasdaq and the ES. The short that I took on the ES earlier on the stream, obviously it got hit. I had an entry at 32.50 and I had my target at 24, I think. And obviously it got hit. So was it? Yeah, I mean the NAS the ES is definitely it is definitely not that complicated to trade. It's kind of easy mode almost. Not really a challenge. But I mean, I guess the whole point of this is to get paid, so we'll just keep milking the ES until she can't be milked no more. Yeah, I'm gonna set these candles up. Well, let me take this off. Because I don't necessarily need to have the EMAs on this or anything. Just take those off. And I don't need the trend. I don't need the pivot points on this. I think that's it. I don't need the I just need the footprints because I got oh, you only trade the NQ? Yeah. Yeah, the NQ is I definitely prefer trading the Nasdaq every single day over the ES. The moves are beautiful. The one thing about the Nasdaq is that she doesn't have to respect structure. And that's what I appreciate about the Nasdaq. But then for me personally, I find it hard to get consistent results on the Nasdaq. And that's why I trade the ES in a funded account for the consistent results. You can easily just get your 6 points, 6 to 8 points on the ES and just be done with your day and just have fun in the Nasdaq. Like with Top Step or any prop firm that does not have a consistency rule that I had to adhere to, I will be in the Nasdaq all day. All day. Yeah, we can definitely see a move probably up to like 39, 40. It'll probably go further than that, but I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play that game. I doubt that the Bears will come in tomorrow with any authority whatsoever tomorrow. Uh, Honestly, I guess I should have known. I guess I should have known in this range. I guess I should have known. I should have known. Mm. Mm. Which prop firm do you prefer to trade with, Ivan? Yeah, that would be nice, but you know, I'm in this funded account, so. Oh, Tick Tick Trader? Isn't Tick Tick Trader the one that has like the $600 accounts or something like that? Six $400 accounts? Is that the same Tick Tick Trader? And four prop trader? What makes you Oh, okay. Hmm. And these guys are legit? Have you gotten paid out from these guys or the direct accounts? Okay. Yeah, they're like 6. Yeah, and it seems like they got them on a discount for right now. Hmm. 20% consistency rule. So with the Nasdaq, how many points are you looking for each day for the Nasdaq? It looks like there's no scaling, which is good. There's no safety net, so I guess you can withdraw as soon as, yeah, like every 5 days. You get transitioned to a live account after the sixth payout. Pretty good. Okay. Okay. And you said four prop trader is another one that you said? Hmm. Yeah, I'll just probably be a while before I get it hit. And then, yeah, so what's your strategy? How much points or how much profits are you trying to get on a daily basis with the Nasdaq with the 20% consistency rule? Yeah, I guess it's me because first is at 32. Yeah, because I don't need to look at anybody else's stream. I mean, if I'm going to have it running. Look at these trap sellers. That's so interesting. Huh. Look at these trap sellers trying to sell that low. Just take the VWAP off of this as well. Actually, I might just actually keep the I might actually keep the pivot points on this as well. I'll probably put those back on so I can see that how the market reacts to these pivot points. Yeah, it looks like S4 was a great place to get long here. It's a great place to get long. And we're going to start to explore these pivot points. Like we definitely will. Yeah, because it looks like, I mean, based on this right here where S3's at, it looks like the buyers tried to buy this and they just had a stop run back down into this range right here. And obviously this is the bears, all the bears getting stopped out of this. Is that where the Nasdaq's at? Mm. That good old $300 curse. Yeah. Yeah, we got a name for that. That $300 curse. Yeah. It's I don't know why it's always like $200 to $300 away from what you need. And so you try to kind of force it out of the market, and then you end up giving back everything. You got to start completely over from scratch. Yeah, we've done that plenty of times. Plenty of times. Good old $300 curse. But 15 to 3K a day. It, mm, mm. Yeah, it definitely is, man. It definitely is. Honestly, I feel like the market mathematical gods be against me because it usually happens on probably your last day of an eval or the last day of a payout, or it's always the last day where you just need everything to work. And then that last little bit that you need to just to cross over that threshold is the hardest thing to do. You're saying Trade Day is releasing their sales tomorrow. So what kind of sales are they offering tomorrow? Yep. Dude, oh man, you brought me back. Man, I did the same exact thing. I don't know why I allowed that internal thought to get the better of me that day. Because, well, the internal thought was, man, another $1,000 payout, you can get more. God, I was so angry with myself after that because I had the payout logged in. All I had to do was wait towards the end of the day. But that thought was like, all you're getting is $1,000 payout. Don't you want more money? Get in there, make more money, and so we can get a bigger payout. And of course, because I was influenced by greed, I agreed with that internal voice. And instead of getting $1,000, I got none. I got a blown account because you know after you lose money, you're gonna chase it. You know you're gonna chase it afterwards. Yeah, they don't got nothing explicit. I don't have access to their. Well, I haven't signed up for their Discord either. That's interesting. Yeah, Trade Day was so I heard a lot of good reviews about Trade Day. I heard a lot from them, but uh, there's a lot of fierce competition out here. It's a lot of fierce competition out here with these prop firms, and that's great for us, the traders that consumes these products. That's good for us. Like you profit had the best prop account in the game, and they shot themselves in the foot. MFF, in my opinion, is the cheapest without an activation fee, but with the 40% consistency rule on both sides. I don't know if all prop firms now are doing that to where you have to trade within a 40% consistency rule on both your losses, where they calculate your losses and your wins. I'm not sure if all prop firms do that, but that can be challenging for some people. Top Step, I think it's the most straightforward. All you have to do is make $200. I mean, obviously, I don't think a lot of people like being scaled, but hey, it's a part of the game. Build your account up. And all you gotta do is make $200 a day in order to receive a payout for 5 days. I think it's the most straightforward payout process in the game right now, with the least amount of restrictions. But MFF, I think I haven't gotten paid out as fast as with MFF. Like I said, as soon as that payout is approved, I get emails back to back from Rise saying that they sent the money to my bank account saying that the money hit it, and then I get the email that's saying that it got deposited into my account with my new balance. So I love that about MFF. I think a lot of people would love that about them. Fast payouts. And that's what, honestly, if all these prop firms did that, I mean, a lot of people would deal with a lot of the bull crap that they pull. A lot of people would forgive a lot of the bullshit if at the end of the day they say, you know what, at least my payout was fast. At least I didn't have a hassle with paying out. Because I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of people buy these accounts not even expecting to get a payout. They're just having fun. Being able to trade in the market is fun. But for people that, I mean, they're working towards that goal to get paid out, and then at the time of payout, once they reach that threshold, they got to worry about, oh man, you know, is the company going to pay me out? Oh, it's been 2 or 3 days, you know, and they haven't gotten back to me. I mean, that's like the worst feeling in the world for a trader not being paid out. And I think MFF has done a good job of tackling that problem with the instant payouts. I don't have to worry about that. The approval process, it seems like everything is automated. I don't know. I don't understand why all of these prop firms don't have it automated. I really don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not all automated. Kind of like how Apex used to be with its accounts. Everything was automated. But not so much. Yeah, I just got my yeah. Hmm. I do think that we do trade back into this range though. I might get my first target hit. It's that second target that, well, if price trades up into this range, my stop is going to follow it. This second target, I don't know. This last target, I highly doubt that we get up here, but if we do, I'll be there to take it. 965 is definitely going to be a level that the bulls are definitely going to have to get over. And if there is no volume tomorrow, I mean, with this bullish candle, we should see a move up. Oh, this is the ES. I apologize. Yeah, with this bullish engulfing candle, I mean, we should see price run these highs at 908. Like I said, we should go up into that range, but 965 will definitely be that test for the bulls. This is at the top of this previous range right here. You can see where the bulls tried to find support here, but then they failed, and then they turned around and used this level right here as resistance to break it down. So I do expect for bears to show up at this level somewhere around that 960 level. And you can see it right here that 960 has been point of control for the last 2 days. Or what is it? It's been 960. So November 24th, if that's Sunday. Yeah, November 24th is Sunday. So Sunday and Monday 960 has been point of control. So and they use this level right here for this leg down. So I do expect 965 to probably be a level where they come back in and try to sell this. But that's probably what we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. As long as I get these first two targets hit, that runner, yeah, we'll see what happens. Hmm. Oh, did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving? Did we gain an extra 10 pounds today? Yeah, I appreciate that, Ivan. I wish it got my second entry right here, but it kind of fell 2 points short of this entry, unfortunately. Should have just deleted, honestly. Yeah, just deleted. But hopefully everybody has some enjoyed their time with their family. Hopefully with the elections, I know that a lot of these news outlets, which is, I mean, at this point we should understand the hypocrisy. I mean, we understand that the mainstream media is full of hypocrites. They say that the other side promotes division, it promotes this, it promotes hate, it promotes bigotry, and yet they're telling their viewers that they shouldn't spend time with family members that voted for the other side. Like, it's just a blatant hypocrisy. And of course, people's going to eat it up. Hopefully, nobody lost their family members during this election. Hopefully, because what's crazy is that, people will say, oh, you voted for the other side, so I don't want to talk to you again. And yet, these political opponents, they go to parties, they eat with each other, they dine with each other, they laugh. And when they get back into the political arena, that's when they go toe to toe with each other. So uh, hopefully that's not the case for nobody here. Hopefully. Um, this is all a game. This is all a game that's being played. That's all this is, man. It's a game. And unfortunately, people fall for it. They uh, they believe in the illusion for whatever reason. I guess it makes them feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. To be a part of a team, I guess. Mm. So Saeed, the Dom. Uh, for me personally, I don't necessarily use the Dom. The Dom for me, at least for the ES, I feel like the Dom for the ES is very accurate. If I'm looking to get into something, I'm not looking at the Dom, but if I'm looking to get into an area on the ES, I will usually use the Dom to confirm entries because the Dom on the ES is really accurate for whatever reason. I've come to find out that a lot of indicators and data for the ES, like these pivot points, you can see like they're damn near perfect. And for whatever reason, that's just like these indicators work perfectly for the ES for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why, but they just do. And the DOM definitely shows you where the orders are for the ES. And the market does tend to react once price gets to these levels. So that's what I kind of use the DOM for the ES. I don't use it for any other instrument other than the ES. Hopefully that helps. Hmm. Yep, that's exactly right, Rose. Once I realized that's the game that's being played. I mean, honestly, uh, yeah, like I said, I feel like this whole thing is a social experiment. It's just to see what uh, the quote unquote powers that be can get away with, because I saw a lot of gaslighting, especially in the Harris side. I mean, if you are a Harris supporter, I really don't care. I don't support either side. Like I said, I don't play political games because I understand that they both have the same agenda. It's just how you want to go about it. As an example, with immigration, obviously with Democrats, they prefer to have the quote unquote cheap labor. That's why they're allowing migrants to come in. With the Republicans, they don't want the migrants to come in for the cheap labor. They want to give it to their Americans, or at least that's what they portray to the media. It's the same thing. It's nothing to. I just feel like politics is just basically whatever your self interest is. That's what party that you're going to go for. Whatever party benefits you the most. Just to simply put it, I guess. But I mean, that's what this whole election was about. It came down to uh, inflation being high, work not being. I mean, even though they had an $800,000 job discrepancy, which is like a crazy to even say. How do you? I mean, you can understand a small mistake, but 800,000 jobs that never was created and never was existed was reported. That wasn't a mistake, obviously. That was manipulated. That was obviously. I mean, that's obvious. But that's what this election was about. Inflation being too high, nobody not being able to find jobs, and the migrants that were being allowed to come into the United States were taking these jobs. And it's cheap labor, and everybody loses except for obviously the business owner, the one that doesn't have to pay the health care. He can pay pennies on the dollars because obviously these people are not documented, so he doesn't have to pay them. Americans are expensive and lazy. Migrants are usually hardworking and more proficient and cheap. As a business owner, obviously you're going to choose the other option, of course, obviously, and that's what a lot of these companies have done. That's why a lot of their production is overseas in other countries where it's cheaper to produce these products, and they bring it back to America to sell it at a profit, at extreme profits. That's what all these software companies do. And they was calling Trump Hitler this entire time, and yet Biden invited this man to the White House and had a cordial conversation. And that, I mean, that goes to show, like, I mean, if you believe this bullshit that they come out and say about their political opponents, I mean, you really have to just open your eyes on that one. Biden literally invited him. They was laughing, joking. You saw the smile on Biden's face as they was conversating. Hmm. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here because the ES might pull back above this high. Well, let's see if I'm gonna get my target. If I can get that first target hit. No, like I said, if price trades up into this range, my stop is gonna move up once it starts to begin to trade in this range. And the one thing that I find that's very interesting is that the Harris campaign, how the hell did they raise $1 billion and ended the campaign $20 million in debt? And then had the audacity to ask for more money to their donors after they lost and try to disguise it as we're still fighting and we still need your help. If you donate some more, we can continue our fight. We can get the votes recounted and all kind of other, like, literally gaslighting their supporters and stuff. And I'm like, wow, there's really no shame on that side. Like, this is it's shameless. It's shameless. I couldn't believe they actually sent out an email like that. But I mean, of course, they're just playing to the beliefs that they've implanted into their followers. If you can make people believe that one side is evil and that they're on the side of good, then mm, mm, rest in peace to anybody that tried to short this market. Rest in peace to these bears that didn't take their profits. God damn, this thing literally said nope. Y'all bears thought y'all had it, but nope. Hey, what's up, Dale? How are you doing? Glad you joined the stream. What's up? Okay. I might actually just. Mm, yeah, this is a lot of buying on the ES. Yeah, doing footprint charts for the Nasdaq is just the same way as doing it for the DOM. The Nasdaq is just so light. The information. I mean, I'm not saying that the information is not valuable, but it can be misleading because of how light the order book is on the Nasdaq. What I want to see here on the ES, and because I'm in a long position on the ES as well, obviously I don't want to see it, but What I don't want to see is that price pops up to 35 and I start to see trapped buyers here and the market is trying to make its way back down. That's what I don't want to see here at 35. Because I do think that people's going to take profits here at 35. And I mean, there is a lot of, well, there used to be a lot of orders at 35 here on the ES, but obviously they've reduced their orders down to 117. A lot more people are coming in at 37, which I think is a good idea. We got a lot of people coming in at 40, 39. So it seems like there's going to be a wall of sellers right here between 40 and about 35. It's going to be a wall of people trying to, or they're taking their profits. You got sellers trying to come in. You got sell orders sitting here. A good way to a good way to interpret this for anybody that is not familiar with the DOM. I think the most simplest way to interpret this is where people want to take or sell themselves out of the position or begin a sell position. Obviously, we don't know. So usually when price gets to this level, this is where people are taking their profits, which they're selling if they bought, they're selling themselves out of their position. And these are buyers that want to start a short position here at this area. So just to keep it simple instead of trying to, because I know a lot of people, at least online when I read, they try to complicate this, and it's not that complicated, or at least I feel like it shouldn't be. People are just selling themselves out of their position here. That's all you have to really tell yourself. Just be mindful of these areas. I mean, the only thing that I guess I looked at on the ES. I mean, like we got a lot of room to the upside. We got a lot of room. Because it might try to come for 40. It might try to come for like 39, 40 or something like that. We do got these highs right here at 38.50. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to see how this plays out tomorrow. Mm. Yeah, both the Nasdaq and the ES are both at their highs that they made from yesterday's session. So they took the liquidity above this high already. They took the liquidity above this high, and the same thing is happening here on the ES as well. And it does appear that they hit it? Yeah, they hit 34.50. And you can already see that people are starting to buy them or sell themselves out of their position, and sellers trying to get into this. So we'll see what happens here. I think that the price will still continue to trade up higher, but we could potentially see profit taking here in a red candle. We could potentially. But that candle does look strong. That is a bullish candle right here. You got 3 candles closing and opening at the last candle's high. So that is definitely bullish. You can see this little small range breakout right here. It's a small range breakout. You see that range consolidation, and this is the breakout right here. Mm. Yeah, I don't know why MFF does that crap. Like, I don't know why it does that. All right, so there goes my first target right there. There's my first target. So I got one. Got paid on one. I'm so sad that it literally missed my fill by two, because I would have gotten two filled right here at these high at R1 and R2 if this target got filled. But I guess there's no point crying over spilled milk. It's been spilled. It missed me. So uh, I mean, that'll be kind of foolish to do. So apparently MFF released a Thanksgiving code. I guess it was one of those ones that's only limited to a certain amount of people, which again, I feel like that's foolish. I mean, I try it. Why not? I mean, it's not even like it's. Let me see if it works. Yeah, I guess the Thanksgiving code don't work no more, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. Yeah, it don't work no more. All right, so let's look at this. All right, so this footprint candle, you don't have no trap buy. I don't see any trap sellers up here. There ain't no trap sellers up here. Or I'm sorry, there's no trap buyers here yet. So this could suggest that this could keep going up. If I'm interpreting this candlestick right. Because usually, when we come to a high on the ES, people start to sell. Now we got some trap bears here, and you can see them, and it's very interesting how now that I'm kind of combining my technical analysis skills, and then I can actually see it play out. It's mind blowing. Well, it's not mind blowing. It's eye opening. To where it's like, I don't have to guess anymore. I can see the bears being trapped, trying to sell the retest of this high. And now we're seeing all this buying pressure to the upside now. I guess we'll wait for the next candle to see if any bulls are going to be trapped, but they're not trapped. So this thing can keep going up higher. I guess I want to see what happens when price gets up here to 35, because if I start to see trap buyers up here and we start to see some selling, I mean, obviously the trap buyers are going to they're going to get stopped out, and we're going to see price come down. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, what's up, gain weight? Hey, yo, I appreciate that, Black X. Or Black Axe. Black X. Yeah, man, we try to have fun here, especially when it's me and my trading partner. We laugh, we joke, we have therapy sessions like we did earlier. We have therapy sessions, and we make money. That's the important thing. We make money here. We make money here. We have a lot of traders that share their experience and their information with the chat. Yeah, it's definitely a cool place to be. Yeah, Ivan, I think so, man. Yeah, Black X. I just tried it, and I looked at it and I was like, let me hurry up and go and do that. And I got distracted. I think my brother called me or something like that. And I got distracted and I completely forgot about it. And I tried it just now after seeing it. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to try the damn code. But apparently only 150 traders is going to be able to use that. And yeah. He says 970. Yeah, we was talking about that, Ivan. Yeah. I'm definitely looking at this area right here. 970, 965-ish for them to come back and reject it for sure. Just because yes, sure. Just because of this area right here. Let me draw this out so y'all guys can see it. Yeah, just because that area right here is definitely going to be the test for bulls if we see that tomorrow. I do think that we will get an initial rejection here because it's literally at the top of this, it's literally at the bottom of this trend line right here, or the bottom of this trend channel. And I do believe that there's going to be bears right here at the bottom of that trend channel to try to sell this thing back down. Now, I don't think it's going to be a reversal because the structure would suggest that even if we do see a move down, the bulls will buy it back up. The bulls will definitely buy this thing back up. So I wouldn't get comfortable in the short thinking it's going to be a reversal. I mean, it could be, but um, the bears would definitely have to break down some structure before we see these lows again, which I highly doubt. I'm pretty sure that the market is going to probably come back here at 755 if we do see a move down. 755. 730, somewhere in this range. If we do see a move down, back down here, the bulls will buy it right back up. They would buy it right back up. Yeah, 2150. Yeah, 2181 is that high. 2150. I mean, they found resistance at 2125. Yeah, we'll probably see some profit taken at 2125 or 2140. That's definitely probably going to be a good area for bulls to take their profits here. He said, how do I use? So if you have NinjaTrader 8, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the volumetric charts is if you have the lifetime license. I'm not sure. Please don't quote me on that. But you go to your data series, and when it tells you what type of chart that you want, you're going to go to the volumetric chart, and this is where the footprint chart is. This is how you customize it. I had to watch a video to customize this thing to show like the delta and stuff like that. If you look at the Think with Bookmap chat, they actually use the delta chart underneath the Bookmap chart, which I was like, hold up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I will be having that set up. But I think I probably won't have like the delta because I'll just look at Think with Bookmap chat and see the delta on that. But I just want to see where the trap buyers are and the trap sellers, so I won't fall victim to my bias that I like to tend to do. Yeah, we still haven't seen any trap buyers here, so this tells me that the market is probably still going up. I'm surprised that I don't see any sellers in this candle at all, which is surprising. I'm surprised that people are not selling at 34, 35. If you get a move back down here, I'm going to buy back into this at this level right here. Probably like put that at 888 right there for a move back up into this range. And if I get stopped out, I think my stop would be like down here or something like that. Mm. So I don't use a time frame chart. I prefer to trade tick charts. Coincidentally, I think tick charts, the closest equivalent in time charts are like minutes. So because I trade like so on the NQ, I trade an 1800 tick chart. I think that's equivalent to like a 1 or 2 minute chart on the Nasdaq. Hopefully this market doesn't pump up too much so I can buy Nvidia call options for cheap. I definitely will be buying. This is not financial advice. I'll definitely be looking at the price of 140 to 142 calls. I think the stock market opens back up tomorrow, I think. I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but if it does, I'm going to be looking at 140, 142 calls tomorrow. for some 0 DTEs, baby. And then probably next, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because if I'm going to get longer term calls, I'm going to look at the 145s. What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about you talk about not taking this? Oh, Syed, I don't know if I answered your question. So yeah, I use the for the MES, I'm using an 1800 tick chart on this for the ES for my footprint chart. And there is a video. I guess. I mean, shit. Let's try to find it now so you can have it for yourself. There is a video that kind of helps you set it up. I might have saved it or I might have not. Let me see if I can find it on my. So I think this is the video right here. Buyers and sellers with volumetric bars. I think this is the video for NinjaTrader 8. Is an other video. Yeah, it's this guy right here. It's he shows you how so bull and bear futures. Kind of shows you how to set it up so you can kind of understand what you're doing, I guess. Yeah, bulls and bear futures. Bull or bear futures. Mm. And I watched a quick video about footprint charts. So I guess what you really want to look for is trade imbalances. That's basically what you're looking for. And usually in areas where there's an imbalance, if you get in at those levels or you get out at those levels, the market usually goes back to rebalance those areas. And that's just off of a brief video that I watched. This is my first time actually looking at footprint charts. And as I said earlier in the stream, what really blew my mind or opened my mind is this bear trap earlier in the stream. Look at this bear trap right here. It's so, I guess when you're a data driven person and the data just amazes you when you can see it for yourself. This was literally amazing to me, seeing a bear trap literally in action. You got the market going up, the bears coming in, and you can see the bears getting aggressive underneath these lows right here with this candle. Like look at this, like look at the sellers that were trapped underneath this low right here. And then they had to buy themselves out of their position. And you can just see the sellers just trapped. They're trying to sell this thing. And then you see the sellers right here trying to sell this double top right here. And the sellers are trapped now as the market is going up. And they had to buy themselves out of their position. So like this, having this data is like, wow, is mind blowing to me, man. It really is. So I definitely will be utilizing this more often. Definitely. Mm. You damn right, Gainway. Hey, Gainway. Hold on. What do you use? What kind of system do you use? Are you using order flow data, or I think I remember you saying something about that you was looking at the DOM with Weeble, but I would find it hard to believe that's all you're using. That shit would be all over the place with the Nasdaq. It'll be all over the place. You use that crackhead indicator. Gangway sitting here bankrupting the market using his crackhead indicator. Gangway taking all the money. Save some of the money for us, man. Save some of the money for us. Mm. Yeah, probably be like what, 68, 28, 68. I mean, that's if we see that. That's if we see that, but I doubt it. Huh. I wonder. Let me actually look at this. Let me look. Let me look at that. Let's actually look at Bitcoin. Where the hell is my Bitcoin chart at? They got ETH like I trade this damn thing. I don't even trade ETH. The hell is up with that? Um, all right, so let's see how this looks on a Bitcoin chart. Yeah, I can already tell this ain't gonna work out. I can already tell this ain't gonna work out. Yeah, look at that. I think the reason why a lot of these indicators work for the ES is because of how liquid it is. That's why it's very is a valuable tool on the ES because of its liquidity. I mean, if we do this on the Nasdaq is going to probably look the same exact way. Yeah. When I was originally using the footprint chart for Nasdaq, I was like, yeah, this is, you really can't even tell what's going on. You really can't. It's not as liquid as the ES. The order book is usually light. I mean, I guess for the most part, you can see that, the sellers are trapped, but I mean, would you be able to tell that in a real, yeah, the order book is too light on the Nasdaq versus you look at the Nasdaq versus the ES. You can literally see the difference. But I wanted to see what gold looked like on the footprint trend because I might go back to trading gold. We can go back to trading gold. There's nothing wrong with gold. It's just Bitcoin was a lot better. Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily look good on gold either. Yeah, this doesn't look good on gold at all. Hey, y'all appreciate that Black Axe. Cause I leave. Nah, we're going back to gold, baby. You said 925? Yeah, I was actually looking at 925, 930 as well. That's actually where I wanted to go short. Or if we got there earlier, which I doubt that we would have, but I'll definitely keep looking at that area. Keep that in mind. Yeah, okay, yeah. This sucks. This thing is only good for the ES. All right, there we go. There goes the sellers. We got our So right now we got some, like I said before, now we got buyers trapped up here. We got buyers trapped above that high. And now the market is trying to make its way to the downside. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be reversal. I do think it will probably get bought right back up. Let's see what happens at 28. And then, like I said, like it's interesting. It's interesting that this little pivot point is right. I mean, you can see it. It's interesting that, huh? That's okay. That's interesting. It's interesting that this pivot point is right here near this little imbalance area right here. And you got another pivot point next to an imbalance area, and you have another pivot point right next to an invalid little imbalance area. So that's very interesting. I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes on this. I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on this. Now I got me another project to do over the weekend. I'm still going to try to build a system similar to what Alfred and potentially Gain Weight has. He ain't gonna give away his. And that kind of takes in all the orders and kind of shoots out an area where the it calculates it and see where the market can potentially find support. And again, you can see it right here. Look at that. You can see that you're finding like these little imbalances next to these pivot points. These imbalances right next to these pivot points right here. Mm. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's why I don't even waste my time trying to use it. I was talking about this earlier. Well, was it earlier or was it yesterday? It don't matter. I was like, man, sometimes with the Nasdaq, it's a double-edged sword of how volatile it is. A leg like this after people are taking their profits. I don't know what the hell that was. Or prices coming back to rebalance an area and they're selling off and then they're taking their profits and you're getting it to trade right back and make this full range rotation. But for the most part, you get this crap from the ES until it's ready to break structure and stuff. But that's also a good double-edged sword because you can get consistent results. You know exactly where you need to put your stops. You know exactly where you kind of need to get in or have a good idea of where you should get in. She doesn't overshoot, which is good. And you can kind of trade professionally with the ES. And when I guess what I mean professionally, I mean by just using pure technical analysis. That's all you really need to trade the ES. You don't have to overthink it. Just trade what you see and you will be profitable on this instrument. Yeah, this range right here. I remember taking this trade short, and I remember it jumping 1 point away from my target, and I thought it was going to come back and take me out, but we got that drop, and it got that whole drop down. After it made me kind of believe that I was wrong. I thought that it was going to bounce here, but obviously the bears were in control, and it knocked it down. And the one thing I like about the ES is that once it's established as a high, price won't go above it. And that's what I mean by it won't overshoot. And that's a good thing because you can literally have a 2 or 3 point stop on the ES and be good versus the NASDAQ. You kind of have to have a wider stop just to be safe. Just to be safe. So Black X, if you say you trade wrinkle charts, how do you have that set up? Because I know that you had to have it set at a certain block number. If you don't mind sharing, like how do you have yours set up? And what do you look for before you enter and exit a trade using a wrinkle chart? I'm gonna have to probably go through all these videos now. I have to probably go through all these videos. Yeah, just and that's really all it is. Hopefully they do have something like that because I definitely would use it. 27, so 150 minus 27. Mm-mm. Next time, next time I'll do that. Next time, but hmm. That's what I should have asked. Like I said, I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. Looks like yeah, I think that's where we get to for sure. We'll definitely get there for sure. We definitely have a lot of exit look. You know what? I think that's how exit liquidity. It looks like there's a lot of exit liquidity on 950 on Nasdaq. Mm. It's like there's like a wall right there at 35, 36 on the ES. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. That's interesting right there. So it seems like there's a lot of people, there's a lot of imbalance at this 3150 level right here on the ES. 3150, you can see that the overlapping candles right now is 3150. So I wonder what's going on here. Yeah, 3150 seems to be that level for whatever reason. Okay, 1 second. Okay. And why, why 1 second? It seems that a lot of so it seems like a lot of traders are saying that they really use lower time frame charts, lower than what people expect. I know Ivan was talking about a 10-second chart. Muhammad was talking about a minute chart. 1 second. Huh. Yeah, it seems like people are just finding better results on just the lower time frames. But all the food rules will tell you that you need to stay on the higher time frames. That's interesting. I mean, I trade on a lower time frame myself, so obviously, I stay on the lower time frame. I rarely look at a higher time frame chart higher than a 4 hour, and I barely look at that. Oh wow. Yeah, I tried to get into the yeah, the reason why I asked is because I I I I tried using Renko charts because I see it or I saw earlier in my trading journal that trading journey that a lot of the older traders was using them. I just didn't understand them at the time, or I felt like I would have to actually sit down and really understand what the heck is going on with those candle charts. So I gave up and just stuck with the traditional candles. But I know the Heikenaishi candles are really good. Heikenaishi charts. No Smith uses those. That's exactly right, PK. Exactly right. They sell courses. That's how they make money. Okay, so it seems like the smaller time frames on the Renko charts is better. Yeah, kind of going back to that the Furu thing. Like before, I understood that people just sold courses. One of these Furus, and I actually adopted this style for like 2 seconds. So on the ES, what this guy said was that he would make $900 before he would go to work, which should have been a red flag right then and there. But obviously, when you're new, you're like, oh my God, this guy makes $900 a day. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. He wouldn't be working if he did that, right? But anyway, actually, let's look at that. $900 a day, 20 days out of the 21 days out of the month. Yeah, this guy was making supposedly, right? $18,000 a month with his $900 a day strategy. Um, anyway, the strategy that he said that he used was that he would have what was it, like a 10 lot or something like that? And all he would shoot for was like 2 points or something like that with a really big stop loss. A 6 point stop loss and a 2 point target. And I found out real quick that you can win 10 times. It just takes that one time to be a loser, and all that gain is gone, especially being over leveraged with a big stop. And all it does is for you to be wrong one time. The calculations that I was using, I think I had to be right. So in order for one loss to take out all my wins, if I won four in a row and lost one, I would be at break even. But now that I know better, obviously, I know better now. Yeah, it's foolish to do that. It would have been foolish to do that, obviously. You use it with the profile. Okay. You know we're going against the higher time frame here, gain weight. We go against the higher time frame. I don't care if it's in a downtrend. I'm going long, baby, and vice versa. Damn the higher time frame. No, I'm just playing. All right, so depending on if this target gets hit before we end the stream, if the market pulls back down into this level of support or this potential area of support right here, then I'm gonna let this contract ride. If I get this order filled, then I'm taking this off because that would tell me that if the bears come in at this area, they're gonna probably want to make a range rotation lower. Or honestly, they actually might just find support here if they do hit it. Hmm. Yeah, because the bulls will definitely have to find support at this level right here. This level was used as resistance for the move down. The bears broke underneath it again. They broke above it. And so now the bulls will definitely be wanting to buy the retest. Actually, no, I'll keep it on. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this on because they're gonna want to buy the retest of this breaker structure to the upside. Unless this is like super supply and we get a dump. But yeah, 930, 925 might actually be supply. It might actually be super supply. Hmm. Yeah, I'm actually thinking that too. Uh, Gangway says, don't make them go heavy. Gangway says, don't make them go heavy. Don't make me finish. Don't make me finish. That's so funny. He said, don't make me tell my group to go heavy too. Oh man, that's funny. Uh, Man, hey, the Bears just need to show up when we need them to show up. Well, when we get tired of the market that just keeps going up, the Bears just need to come in and short this damn thing. But I do agree with you, PK. I do think that we probably will. If we don't see it tomorrow, we'll probably see it Monday or Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if we see price range on Monday, and then depending on what happens on Monday, we'll see the follow through on Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised because tomorrow is going to be the last trading day of November, and usually the last trading day of the month is usually the most volatile. You have people at these institutions that need to make their numbers by the end of the month, so we usually see a lot of volatility at the end of the month. Um, So we'll see what happens. We got that big drop, so I'm thinking that we could see a move up higher. We should. I mean, we got this big drop, and they did this way before Thanksgiving. We hit this golden zone. I mean, we're going to be tapping into this golden zone. We're already kind of tapping into it now, but I'm pretty sure they're going to flesh this golden zone out. 965, 970 is definitely going to be an area where we look out for. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Turn around Tuesday. Yep. Yeah, Black Axe. I actually just YouTube for whatever reason. He said, "Let me short oil." Oh, let's actually look at that before we end the stream. Let's look at that because I mean, if I have a footprint, I mean, well, let's look at that. Let's look at that. It might be the same thing with gold. It might be. It might be the same thing. But I actually watched a video about the missiles that they launched, and the way that this the narrator was describing, oh wow, look at that. Look at CL. Huh. Look at CL with the damn footprint chart. Hmm. I'm actually surprised, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised about this. Hmm. But I can't. I still don't want to trade CL. Anyway, so they're trying to claim that these missiles that Russia launched in retaliation to the attacks of Ukraine shooting missiles into um, parts of Russia that is populated by civilians, which I'm pretty sure that's a war crime. But um, that that they're supposed to be alternatives to nuclear responses, but have almost the same devastating impact, and that right now, currently, there is no air defense against these missiles, and that these missiles can change the game for Russia. And quoted by Putin himself, he said that these missiles ensure the future for Russia. And that is a bold claim to make on the global stage, a bold, very bold claim. And if I was in Europe, because I think I didn't watch the video, but Europe has already responded saying that they'll be ready. But honestly, I feel like it's all talk, in my opinion. Nothing against them, but uh, the person that they had speaking to me, he didn't look like, yeah, yeah. He kind of, to me, just looking at him, not knowing him, he kind of looks like one of those people that talks tough, kind of like how when Biden was saying, uh, if you attack any part of soil of what is it? What is that shit called? Of NATO, we will all attack. It's kind of like you're all bark and no bite almost. But anyway, unless they have any response against these missiles, I mean, of course, it's all talk if you have no air response to respond to these missiles. So that's definitely something that's going on the geopolitical stage right now to be aware of. Hopefully, that doesn't affect the markets too much, but I'm pretty sure in the future it probably will. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. Yeah. So, Gangway, you the reason why gas prices hasn't gone down yet because you haven't shorted it yet? You the reason? Uh, but all right. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Definitely enjoyed this time with you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Let's see what happens here. I think once this thing hits like 25, I think my second stop comes up, and like I said, I'll probably kill this now, honestly, because if it comes back, then it's gonna probably come. It's probably gonna go down lower. If it goes back. See if we can get this second target secured. Yeah, the only thing now is that, well, I guess I don't necessarily need to trade. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, if I had a 6 micro contract position on this one, my position would have been doubled, obviously. All right, there it goes. The position is secured. The second target is secured right there. Second target is secured. All right, so now that we got that second target, just move this last one up into some profits, and this position is good. We good. Good trade. All right, there we go, people. All right, great trade, man. Great freaking trade. Great trade. Was able to get a great entry down there in this range. Unfortunately, it didn't fill my second target or my second limit order, my scale in. It missed me by like 2 points. Um, and we was able to get that full range rotation back up into this range. I do believe that this is the deciding factor for the bulls here. I'm pretty sure since we didn't see an initial rejection from the bears, we could see a short squeeze back up to like 965 probably. Honestly, what I probably do is actually put this like right. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so I'll leave that right here for tonight. Hmm. Nah. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Hmm. Nah, I'm not gonna be greedy. No, I don't want to put it there though. Uh, yeah, this is always the hard part with the Nasdaq, man. Because it can go so far, you really don't know where you can put that runner target at. It can go. 19. All right, so I'll just put it at the bottom of this range right here because I'm pretty sure. Uh, 75. Hmm. You know what? Something is telling me that I probably should take it off here at 60, 65. Hmm. Okay. Because I mean, if it does get above this range, if it does get above this level, it's going to see a stop run above these highs, and we could see price. I mean, okay, I'll put it back where it was at, 96. I'll keep it right here. I'll let this run overnight. If I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. We'll just find another position in tomorrow. At least I'm guaranteeing myself 20 points in profit. They would definitely have to hold. Right, put it like underneath. That's 3, like right there. Yeah, we can probably see this thing make a full range rotation back up into this range. We'll see. I put my I put my stops and profits sometimes. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, Alfred. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. After my therapy session with you guys earlier today, trying to turn over a new leaf. But all right, guys, we'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll make some more money. Okay, with that said, peace out, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.